Hey everyone, this is Dusko Maka's The Gamer, and this is Fatal Frame 4 Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. We're playing it via emulation, and there might be a few things I need to adjust here at the beginning because new hard drive and all that. This is not the first time I've started the game, this is actually my third time starting it, but yeah, we should be good to go regardless though. So Fatal Frame 4, of course, is a Japanese-only game. Of course, we're going to still play through and see how we all enjoy it.
虚無の中をさまよい続けると思っていた昨夜が目覚めた。夜に開く花のように静かに大きく。月はぐが祭りが始まる。咲いてしまった。何もかも終わりだ。
私は確かめたい。あの時何があったのか、そして失った記憶の先に何があるのか。
I had no idea what they were saying, but it looked cool. Of course, I know the opening quite well at this point, but yeah, we're gonna go straight into a new game and get this started on normal difficulty, because that's all they'll give me right now. So straight into Fatal Frame 4, Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. This game takes place in Japan with native Japanese characters. There's been an effort to translate the game, but please be aware that not only will the characters be speaking in their native language, but the game will contain blah 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 blah. Here we go.
Madoka, なんか思い出せた？ずいぶん前のことだし。私たち5人が映っていたのは確かにこの建物ね。ねえ美咲、本当にここに来ればよかったのかな。写真の場所でも何も思い出せなかったし。もう帰ろう。私の言う通りにしてればいいの。まどかもあんな風になりたいの。そう、私たちを見てしまった。次は私たちの番だ。神隠しにあった5人が順番に。やめて！そういえばこの感じ。どこに連れて行くの？連れて行かないで。
Our prologue chapter first blossoms with Monoko Tsukamori. And now a number of reminders are going to be had, including how our character moves. I forgot they don't actually use the pointer to move until apparently specific points in this game. However, though, tilting the Wii Remote does in fact adjust the camera, so we can sort of look at our surroundings at the moment. I'm also trying to recall everything. Pretty sure that we go up to things to investigate them like this. Alright, now maybe it's because this is the only Fatal Frame game I've played which has a behind-the-camera perspective, but it always reminds me that how slow these characters move whenever I first start playing them. In my mind, I swear that they move faster in Fatal Frame 1, 2, and 3, but they move pretty slow in those two. I think that they move about the same speeds, just that behind the shoulder makes it a bit more evident of how slow they actually go. There's a newspaper on the rusty magazine rack. When I touched it, it fell apart, and I can't distinguish any of the letters. I will be talking about this for a second. I am going to try and do some side quests. I have a guide here because we're streaming this, so that's going to help me guide me in the direction of some hidden things here and there. The second thing which I'm going to say, though, is that we're not going for 100% though, and I'm still going in mostly blind after I get past the point I've played before. Photographs are layered inside the drawer on top of the shelf. All of the photos are faded and it's impossible to know what they were taken of. Also, being me, I'm going to take my time, so expect this to be kind of a slow playthrough. I mean, of course, she's moving slow naturally by herself. She doesn't need me to do that, but there are fresh footprints here, but I can't see anyone above the stairs. Where did Misaki go? I can't find her. Of course, it's impossible for us to bypass. I always have to mention this because it's always going to bother me. We can't possibly bypass. What even is that? I don't fucking know. It's not there yet, but we can't bypass a few wheelchairs a little bit ahead of the way. Let's see if we can observe anything around the environment, including this door that is most likely locked over here. Nope, seems to be straight up closed. There are eerie decorative masks hanging here. When I stare into their empty eyes, they seem to be laughing or maybe crying. You don't say. Guess now we're going to examine if this is blocked. Old lattices are stacked here. The door is broken and won't open. At least it's not because the lattices... Actually, I forgot about that. This one surprised me.
Misaki.
Misaki's right ahead of us. Sure, that looks like a character you can trust. Anyways, we're going to sillily follow the ghost. I mean, the person who's totally not a ghost, but just walking mysteriously in front of me the whole entire time. What are you talking about? It's just, in any Fatal Frame game, or any J-horror really, if somebody slowly walks ahead of you, 9 out of 10 times, they're probably a ghost. Maybe not even your friend, maybe someone disguised as your friend, maybe it's just someone trying to deceive you. These masks almost seem alive. Tutorial. Now they're going to teach me how to run, because I wouldn't have figured that out yet. Press and hold the Z button to run. I know. Turning around. I don't know, maybe baby steps, but yeah, I know how to turn myself around. That's what it's all about. Let's check out this door and check out the little small area we're in. Of course, this is locked. We're too meek to open up a double-sided door. Really, the real answer is probably need a key or something. But regardless... let's open you up. There we go. Load up a big old next area. We do have a flashlight to pick up, though. Not conspicuous or strange at all. Let's just straight up pick it up. Misaki's flashlight? Strange. Flashlight. The flashlight is used to examine items that are in the dark. Surprise. Use the Wii remote to control. Control the flashlight by moving around the Wiimote in any direction. The direction of the Wiimote determines where your flashlight will shine. Misaki isn't here. Misaki?
Misaki? Misaki?
To be honest, I think this game would have been better if I'd used pointer controls straight up and through, but, you know, whatever. Who are we to complain, really? Instead they use tilt controls. I think they changed that for the remake of Fatal Frame 2, but for this game it's just set up like that. It's kind of odd. But you have to remember this was actually kind of an early Wii game, to be honest. It wasn't very far into the console's lifespan this came out, so... Courtyard is written on the sign. An unknown floral pattern is depicted. The arrow seems to point to the door on the right. Which, guess what? It's locked. I have to go after Misaki. It's also locked, but she's not going to open it for us. Now, I do remember there's a side quest in this area. Actually, we can't do anything until we get the camera, so never mind me thinking about that. We'll just follow the way. Misaki entered the mysterious door to the right. Up ahead, we have to go after Misaki, so no chance to possibly investigate that. There's another sign here telling us to investigate something, though. I like how the arrows are pointing just directly right to this door. Can we actually observe the sign over here? Tell me what it is. Nope, just can't open the door. It's locked, though. It seems to be locked from the inside. Misaki? Yep, there's a picture depicting a key somewhere. Next to the door with the Kurihara Asa Museum written on it, there's a Hainza guide board. Please direct inquiries to the second floor management office. There you go. We need to go to the second floor management office so we can get the key to unlock the door to go inside the room that Misaki entered with no effort whatsoever. Maybe she had the key and she just locked it behind her. Maybe she doesn't really want you, Madoka. You have to question these things if your friends are going to abandon you and just live inside a museum. So yeah. Still, do a little trot. We're going down to the second floor management office. It's okay, we'll be there in 5 minutes. The speed that she runs, we're already basically there. It's right there. Someone semi-transparent, and we don't know what's inside this abandoned building. I wonder who that could be. It's a real mystery. We're gonna go upstairs still. She can't. Okay. So, honest question. Does anyone, do any of you guys, anyone here, anyone watching YouTube, Hitbox, whatever, does anyone really run up the stairs like this? It's like a little waddle more than something which I'd imagine someone walking up the stairs for. I feel like that'd be a bit terribly insufficient, but what do I know? Anyways, here we are. Also, here's the thing that we couldn't possibly walk over. Look at this, a couch and a couple wheelchairs. Impossible, couldn't bypass. An old sofa and some wheelchairs are stacked on the staircase. It doesn't look like it can go up from here. But, shrug? I mean, you just have to kind of accept that. There was things like that in all the Fatal Frame games. The elevator evidently is not working, so... Yai. Seats? Have nothing, and we can't even sit down on them. Can't have a nice, relaxing, good time. Well, management office is probably the only direction we can actually go, which is to the left. We're going to look over here to the right first, just because I can. But, yai. Nothing to observe in this mysterious back study area. I mean, I guess that's where they might keep some file records or something. That'll just be a guess, though. Nope. We good. Which means we can probably go on back out. It's kind of weird for a hospital just to have all of these masks hung up. There are eerie decorative masks hanging here. The paint on the surface of the mask has corroded and peeled away. Now, I don't remember if this is a medical hospital or a mental hospital or what, but that seems terribly bad for the patients. Either way. Though I guess if I did own a hospital, I'd just try hitting up a bunch of decorative creepy masks as well and see how people think of me then. Enjoy my decoration choice and interior design. On the inside, let's follow the not-so-spooky nurse on her way. It's considerably darker in here compared to any other environment I've been in so far. I like the lighting, though. And the strange screen effect. Well, evidently we can't get in here, so that'll be later. Nurse didn't even take our name. She does a bad job. Management office. Nabuba or Natsubada is written here. There's a gap in the curtains, but the room is obscured by darkness. Well, I guess we're going to be finding another way to get through there. Let's go. Straight through here. Peekaboo. Creepy red light shining off my white jacket. Nobody's here. Tutorial. Examine. Because apparently I didn't figure... Honestly, did they really expect somebody not to know how to examine quite yet? There are many different objects that you can examine while in a room. These objects will react and turn blue when your flashlight illuminates them. Yep, well I guess they're trying to teach you that things will glow blue when you shine on them. They're important things to examine, but still I think most people would have figured that out on their own. Maybe I'm overestimating people, but yeah. Examine 2. When the object reacts to your flashlight, you can examine it by reaching out your hand. And I forgot this is that mechanic that was introduced in this game that's also in the Fatal Frame 2 remake. I'm going to stop talking about that, though. Let's just go on. The A button icon is displayed when you approach an item. To reach out for an object, press and hold the A button. This will allow you to pick up and keep the object. If you release the A button, you can retract your hand and stop examining. Now, game, I know you're not saying why there is an option to retract your hand from objects you're trying to grab to. This is the mechanic. Basically, you can reach out your hand to grab things. Memo to the new nurse. Something is written on the paper. Let's take a look through. I left my spare museum key on my desk for you. Please take care to lock the doors when you close for the night, as there are valuable exhibits on display. On the counter of the old charts, records and files, containers and chemicals. All of people's favorite things. Of course, there's something else glowing blue in here, so let's observe a little bit closer. Would you be glowing blue? Name is written there. What an observation. It's glowing blue over there, so I'll go examine in just a second. Here on the up, there it is, glowing right in the air. Looks like she's fist bumping. Alright, let's do it. An ivy pattern is carved on the small key. Asylum Museum is carved on it. Our first key. This is the key to the Asylum Museum, the room I saw Misaki enter. Thanks for clarifying. I kind of figured that out, but yes. Tutorial. Menu. You can open the menu by pressing the minus button on the Wii Remote. On the menu screen, you can view the map, use items, and review notes and other files that you found. You can open the map directly by pressing the plus button on the Wii Remote. So basically, yep, showing me where I am on my map. Not a bad map, it's telling me where to put the key here, so sure. I will try those right now. So this is my menu. I can look at my exciting map, and I can also enjoy my items. Flashlights. I like rusted flashlight. It's heavy but powerful. You can now use this from the menu. An ivy pattern key. Key engraved with an ivy pattern. A small engraving on it reads Asylum Museum. Actually, is there a way to observe those? No, back switch order. I don't know why I don't want to switch the order. There's no consumables we have. 2 weird blank things in our menu. The files, the records, and a ghost list. Okay. That's fine with us. We can probably move back out now. Pleasant melody. This door seems locked. No, we're gonna go a little bit further into this. Okay then. Well, there you go. I mean, the song started playing randomly. I'd either suspect somebody was here with me, or maybe that nurse is a ghost. But we can't say ghost. Remnant emotions. There you go. That's not what J-horror is usually about. Regardless, we're gonna go back and open up the Asylum Museum. The Asylum Museum. It's okay. With this character's quick on her feet action, she'll be there within the next minute. Don't let Ghost hurry up your pace. Don't let the fear for your life get in the way. Just keep a leisurely stroll. It's good for keeping your figure. It's not good to overexert yourself, actually. It's good to go at a pace station and make your own body's pace. It's how a reoccurring action done over a longer period of time is worth more than a quote-unquote harder, stronger, more fierce action done over a shorter period of time. Remember, kids, keep these tips in mind, and you too can have a figure just like hers. Oh, well, alas, we can dream. Anyways, let's go straight on to that door. Yes, I have the key. There you go. Use the key.
Misaki?
Apparently the ghost just standing there was just saying, give it back. Quaint. Alright, can we start observing? There's something shining blue in my flashlight, but before I concern myself with that, let's observe a bit around. Old portraits decorate the walls. The name Kunihiko, probably said completely wrong, Asao is is visible on the right side of the picture. It's probably this person's name. That's typically how they demonstrate things in the museum. There are books in the display case. Most cannot be read, but in places the name Kunihiko Asao is visible. Yep, that's 2 yeps right there. Anything about this? No, we're good. Of course, that's locked. Every door in every single abandoned facility is locked. You'd think that after so many years of decay and this whole place coming decrepit, the doors would just, like, burst open the moment you, like, poke them or something. But no, they're all firmly shut, and someone took the time to lock it all. An old case is sitting here. There are books in the display case. The books inside have strange titles, and I can't seem to focus on them. That's a sign that you might need glasses. I'm just saying. Anyways, we can see that there's a suspicious camera in the open right over there, so that's not going to be the first thing we investigate. Let's look over here first. There's not something down there. Oh, right, we need to pick this up. The name Kunihiko Asao is written on the old notebook. Let's give it a look. There are shadows that can only be seen by mediums. The thoughts of dead linger in certain locations. In order to reveal these trails that lead to the spirit world, after many prototypes, the camera Obscura was developed. However, it appears to need further improvement. As a result of my investigations into the mask of Rougetsu Island, I have made use of the materials and resources here to make a film plate. It is very likely that this will prove useful in my research into the camera Obscura. I am now convinced that power exists that exceeds my expectations and that it is related to the strong effect that photographing the shadows has on them. A medium would probably say that this comes close to exorcism. My personal experiences on this island have significantly influenced my arrival at this bold belief. I was asked to donate a single camera Obscura to the main collection. I do not think that the island will need the power of the camera obscura. I hope it is unnecessary. I also need to mention this now. I forgot to mention this the whole entire playthrough until now. This is actually, even though it's the 4th game in the Fatal Frame franchise, it's a prequel. It takes place for Fatal Frame 1. I kind of forgot to mention that until now, but there you go. It's a prequel. Now then. Well, things all set up. There's also this other shiny thing over here, which is now starting to shake uncontrollably. Some ghost really wants me to exercise it, doesn't it? Many cameras are lined up. They all seem to be very odd. Also, I love how she's trying to hold her. That's not natural. That's not natural at all. Well, let's go pick it up. Camera Obscura. It's an old camera. Is this the camera Obscura that Noah's talking about? Oh boy.
これは
Now I'm gonna warn you guys something right now. I'm playing this with a keyboard and a mouse. Some things are gonna be a lot harder for me because I'm playing this game with a keyboard and a mouse. I'm just warning you that right now. One of the things that I think is gonna be harder is the combat system. I remember there's a way to lock onto enemies, and I think I'm gonna have to kind of use that to be able to beat the game. That was thankfully introduced in this game. It's not in the other ones, because otherwise I'm gonna have to basically need 3 arms to just make it so I can turn the fucking camera. Because they made the weird decision to make. Anyways, I won't talk about that. I'm just gonna say that the combat might be a little bit more challenging for me than it's supposed to be, because I am playing this through keyboard and mouse right now. So yeah. Camera Obscura. The camera Obscura captures images of unseen things, which are then sealed inside. When a vengeful spirit appears, you can trap it inside the camera Obscura by photographing it. Taking photos. By pushing the B button, you can ready the camera Obscura. When the camera is ready, press the A button to take a picture. Lock on. That's what I'm going to do now. When the camera is ready, if you continue to hold down the Z button when a ghost is in the center of the screen, you can then lock onto a ghost. And I'm going to basically need to use that to be able to beat the keyboard and mouse. The other method is going to basically be me stumbling the whole entire time whenever I do combat, so yeah. The only reason why I'm thankful for it is because otherwise I'd have a really hard time tracking ghosts, because basically I'd need to use WASD to move my character, I need to use the mouse to use the camera, and I need to use the numerical keys to be able to move the camera around, which basically would mean I would need 3 arms to do the combat efficiently, but yeah. Let's do it though. Because I can't look up or down, basically, is the flaw which I'm having. My camera sensed the ghost coming this way. There you are. Now, I do want to wait close to time for shots that are fatal frames, but I just want to do that as an example. That first ghost was super easy. It vanished. Just then, who was that? Yep. Now, there's something else to mention. See that doll under the table? I remember you very well. Let me also see if I can change my film. I don't think I could in the first scene. What type of film am I even using right now? Let's take a look. Photos. That is a lovely photo. It even tells me how many points that's worth. That's nice. Do I have different types of films yet? Type 00. No, okay, good. I just have my infinite ammo film right now, so I'm fine. I'm going to want to switch different types of films later. Now, this is where life's going to get harder. Because basically, here's the problem which I was talking about. I can't look up or down effectively. Because when I try moving my camera, if I try looking down and I do it like this, I need to look up and I need to do it like that. It's going to be an issue. I'm going to tell you, it's going to be an issue when I'm trying to snap photos of specific things, because I basically need to time myself. But I got it. One go. The curse of the doll has been broken. Now this has nothing to do with the story. My little guide has told me I don't need to find these, but I told him that it's a-okay for him to tell me where these are as I go. These are basically for unlockables. If you collect a certain amount of dolls at the very end of the game, you get unlockables things. Oh, right. Find all the dolls and you get all the unlockables. Basically, these dolls are tied to the post-game unlockables. There you go. They also have an interesting screen effect, but yeah. What a cutie. Something fell near the doll. The Hazuki Dolls. These red dolls, called Hazuki Dolls, are a traditional gift in the Rougetsu archipelago. They started being made for the memorial service by parents who had lost a child. The Hazuki Dolls are unlucky, assuming they bring disaster, but Rougetsu Island is an exception, and the dolls are placed in various locations as custom. There you go, we got everything we need, which means we can now head on out of this door. It's fine! Our characters... Ooh, cutscene. Thanks for watching the video. I'd very much appreciate if you take a moment to consider donating to my Patreon, which I am using to try and make this more of a livelihood, not just for missed game videos, but little games I make in my own time, and to bring different types of videos to the channel. You can find the link for my Patreon in the description below, or in the video obviously. If you'd be interested in seeing me recording gameplay videos and doing other things live, I stream quite regularly and record almost all my gameplay over at a site called Hitbox TV on my channel. You also see that in the video currently. I hope you enjoyed the video, and adieu.